Hey, what's good? Peek out here in Singapore. It is kind of late. It's almost midnight. July 1st is officially under my belt. Okay, maybe not officially. I still have half an hour, right? But I'm pretty much done with today. I started off really excited because first of the month, first of the third quarter, first day back at school. There were a lot of firsts today, and I feel pretty good because let's face it, June kind of went by in a blur. There were so many things that were going on, and to be honest, I didn't finish baby girl's hair until like almost 11 last night, and I was not sure if I was gonna wake up on time because, yeah, got into bed after 11 and couldn't fall asleep. I was wide awake. I wanted to play games and read stuff and research things, and yeah, it's stupid. So, finally got my ass to sleep at about, I think maybe 3, and I was so scared that I was going to sleep through the alarms because guess what? That's what I did all of June. I slept through all the alarms. And no, I did okay. I woke up as soon as my first, actually 10 minutes before my first alarm went off, and I lay in bed and stretched and kind of thought about things a little bit. And then by the second alarm, I slowly got baby girl out of her bed and into my bed instead so we can hang out and talk a little bit and slowly wake ourselves up. And by the third alarm, she was up and out of bed. So it's kind of cool getting back into a routine. And I think we did all right. So got her off to school, came back, and obviously I had meal prep to do. It was meal prep Monday. So my client called and was like, look, I'm going to try and come by about 3 p.m. to pick up the food. And so I think I kind of sat for a little bit as soon as I dropped baby girl off and came back to the house. It was like 8 something. I went and picked up like some last minute um, grocery stuff I don't buy and keep in the house. I just, as soon as I pick it up from the market, I go ahead and start, prepping or whatever. So I got the chicken today and yeah, knocked it out. I think if it wasn't for the fact that I was just dead tired of standing, it's hot in my kitchen. Let me just tell you that. It was really hot in my kitchen and there isn't that much ventilation. Plus, it's a gas stove, so I get to stand in front of the gas stove. I should be losing weight because standing in front of the gas stove, and I should have really awesome skin, but yeah, I don't. So, got all that done. Knocked out I did the pancakes last because I didn't want it to like cool down and sweat. Because I had to have it covered a little bit. But I did the pancakes last. The first thing I did was spaghetti and meatballs. So I got the bolognese sauce going first because I slow cook that. I prep all the ingredients, I throw it into my stoneware, and I slow cook it. And as it was slow cooking, I think I got the meatballs pretty much prepped, and I fried them. Lightly fried them so that they would be crispy on the outside and then hopefully moist on the inside because I threw them in with the bolognese after that. But I didn't plan it as well as I could have because I'm pretty sure the liquid that would have been there for the spaghetti, for the pasta itself, kind of was soaked up by the meatballs. But that's cool. I hope it works out really well for my meal prep guy. Anyway, so that was done, and then I went ahead and knocked out dinner. So his lunch is spaghetti and meatballs, homemade bolognese sauce, which is my specialty. It's baby girl's favorite actually. So she was really mad when she came home from school because the whole house smells like my bolognese. Made a quesadilla casserole. He actually mentioned that the last time I made dinner, it was a quesadilla casserole, which for me, that's corn, tomatoes, black beans. I throw chicken in there, and then I actually finish it off with quinoa because I like the way that the quinoa tastes when it's soaked in the broth of this casserole. So it turned out really well. He said he actually enjoyed it. He's had quinoa several times before at restaurants, and he just hated the way it tasted. It just, it wasn't flavorful to him. And I know what he means. Quinoa does take on the flavor of whatever broth you cook it in, but it's funny in the fact that if you, let's say you throw it in a rice cooker with a soup cube or whatever, it'll taste really great once it comes out. But if you put it in the fridge and bring it back out, it's like, ugh, okay, not so great. So it doesn't reheat all that well. Although when I cooked it this way, there was a lot more broth than there was quinoa. So there's always just a little bit more broth afterwards anyway, and it kind of holds its flavor a little bit better that way. So it worked out in the end. So I did that again this week because we did request it. Oops, sorry about that. And yeah, so I did that again this week. And pancakes as usual. So he loved the pancakes so much that he actually asked for an extra pancake for every breakfast. So did a triple I tripled the original recipe that I make at home, and that worked out just fine. So I made about 25 pancakes, just a couple extra So it works off for his meal prep. And seriously, by the time baby girl came home and I finished doing all the meal prep, it was 4-ish. He came just before 4 and I handed over by about 4:15, and I was tuckered out. I was tired. I was tired of standing. I was tired of being in the kitchen. I just wanted to sit down. So we finished off Men in Black 3 because we did a Men in Black marathon. As y'all know, Men in Black is now in theaters. The new one, the international one with Chris Hemsworth. I'm kind of interested in what kind of twist they put on it, but we'll see shortly. But yeah, so yesterday when we started her hair, I did MIB 1 and 2, and we got into the first hour of 3, but she had to go to bed, and I was finally done with her hair. So we picked up where we left off from yesterday, finished that up, and we ended up watching Spider-Man because she wants to watch Spider-Man Far From Home as well. But I kind of vegged out. So for about 2.5 hours, I vegged out. No, it was more than 2.5 hours. About almost 3 hours, I vegged out completely. And then I looked up and I was like, shit, it's 7 o'clock and she needs to get ready for dinner. Had dinner and put her to bed. I've been trying really hard to get her into bed at a decent hour. Excuse me. My goodness. Okay. Try to get her to bed at a decent hour. See, all my late nights are catching up with me. And I think we got into the room at about 8:30. I read the next chapter of Harry Potter. We've started at the beginning with Harry Potter. And I read the chapter about the Erised mirror. So that was kind of cool. She got to listen to that, and she was still wide awake when I finished, but I left her be so she could fall asleep. And then I went and cooked again because while I cooked all day for somebody else and he has a week's worth of food, we're running out of food in my fridge, and tomorrow's going to be mostly about food for us. And it's not that bad though. When I cook for us, it's normally rice and curry, so the vegetables that I cook take maybe a half an hour each, and I can knock out 3 or 4 curries in a span of 2 hours. And rice is easy, just set it and it cooks on its own in the background, and I'm good to go. So it won't take quite as long as it did today. But you know what? I got back here and I was thinking, okay, my office hours kind of screwed up because the meal prep took up most of my day. And I don't like cooking way ahead of time because I don't have space to put like big ass trays of food in my fridge. So I usually start 5 hours before he comes to pick it up, and yeah, it's easier that way. So it's cooling, then he puts it in the fridge one shot when he gets back home, instead of me putting it in the fridge, taking it out. It warms up on the way home, and then he puts it in the fridge again, so we don't run the risk of spoiling anything. The original plan was to cook, finish by the time baby girl came out of school, and hang out with her and do homework and everything, put her to bed and do my work from about 8-9 o'clock until 2 o'clock in the morning, because 2 o'clock I have a podcast episode to record, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's about midnight right now. I don't feel like getting on my computer, but maybe I should. Maybe I'll knock out the engagement. I do want to start off my $1.80 marketing strategy back up again because I kind of slacked on that as well, and I will try that again tonight. So all of that basically to say, standing on my feet in front of the fire pretty much all day, I think I deserve a break. I think this would be the first day I call out from my business, because to be honest, I'm tired, as you can hear. Didn't sleep very well last night, didn't rest very much today, and I'm tired. But I feel good because I feel like I did something really productive this first day of the month and got that knocked out. Got the first paycheck already this month, and that was kind of nice. So it's up to, keeping up with whatever else is going on for the rest of the week, basically. So life will get easier. I just need to keep my head down and keep working, and little bits at a time. So being an entrepreneur, yes, I need to show up every day. I am my own boss. I am, the best employee. I am the only employee, all of that. But that also comes with times where I need to make an executive decision, be like, you know what, am I going to push through and get things done, or am I just going to take a break and knock it out first thing in the morning instead? And you know what? I'm voting for knock it out first thing in the morning instead because I don't feel like doing it. I want a break really badly. So I think I deserve that. I think I've been working pretty hard. What I may do in the meantime, though, is I may read. I may read and do the engagement on Instagram, which is fairly easy. Though the idea is to, comment on 90 accounts in the next 2 hours or so that'll keep me awake because I'm afraid to fall asleep, and I'm pretty sure if I did, I wouldn't be able to wake up in time to do the podcast episode with August. So I'm just going to keep myself busy and knock out some simple things and see if I can't get to a good place for today as far as my business is concerned, and then start over again tomorrow. So I really want to take a break. I really want to go to sleep, but I can't. I really can't. I should be smart about this and not push my luck because I'm very tired, and I really don't think I'm gonna wake up in time if I fall asleep right now, even with an alarm. I don't think it'll work. So I feel good about today though. First day of July, first day of the third quarter, first day of the week. The idea was to actually start working out today, and I haven't done that either. But you never know. I still have 2 hours before I really need to go to sleep, and I'm sure I need to be bone tired by the time I fall asleep or finish the podcast episode, because y'all know me. I finish the podcast at about 3, and usually I'm just wide awake and looking to comment on stuff and engage with people instead of falling asleep like a good girl. So, yeah. I think the final answer is going to be engagement, reading, podcast, sleep. And if I really can muster up the courage to actually do something workout-ish, I might do that too. So stay tuned. I will catch you soon. Bye.